and the place was packed. And Balas and Safey and Broom are doing the Q&A, and Bruce Cortate is your host from Rhodes McKee, and I see Dr. Grifka from University of Michigan Health West. I see Timmy Williams, who played at Michigan. He's part of the legal and human resources team at Meyer in the executive office. I'm like, this is pretty cool. Fantastic. Speaking of the Meyer executive office, I also had a chance to talk with Vic Srinivasan, who is the chief administrative officer for Meyer. So, and just fans, I saw Jim Ewell, Mark Ewell's dad from Caledonia, and Carol and Jeff Rounds, and ran into all these people, new listeners. I'm like, wow, this place was packed. And then Chris Balas, they brought him through the roof, and he was like suspended in air, and he had a King Kyle shirt on, and then all of a sudden they start playing Michael Jackson, Do You Want to Be Starting Something, and Broom and Safey are dancing, and I'm looking at Balas going, this is one of the greatest Maize and Blue musicals I've ever seen. Wow. How you doing, Chris?
That would not be my walk-up music, man. I gotta be honest. I was thinking about this. It'd probably be Bush Machine Head or something like that. I was thinking about if you had walk-up music going up, in Comerica Park or something, what would it be? It certainly wouldn't be that. But I gotta tell you, man, it was a blast. And to have you there was amazing. And especially with the weather the way it was, Bill, all these people came out. We had people from Lansing, Brighton, Kalamazoo, Muskegon. And it's special, man. It's a great community at thewolverine.com. We got a message board called The Fort, where we've been meeting for years, and we got thousands of people there, and they feel like family, and you were a huge part of it. I'm sorry I booed you when you were introduced. Obviously, that was out of love and a joke.
Well, I haven't heard that much booing since I made a shot to beat you on hole 18. And I got to...
Only me, man.
Yeah, hold on. And I got to give some love. I've heard you talk on air, off air, about all the great people in Palama, Westphalia, for our listeners on AM 730 out of Lansing. So I get, it's over. You guys have done your Q&A for the hour and a half you did it, and I'm leaving, and all of a sudden I meet a gentleman who walks up and says, hey man, I used to listen to your show in the barn all the time, and you're not on 107.3. I said, well, I'm on 96.1 out of Grand Rapids, and AM 730 out of Lansing. He goes, yeah, I can't get it in your barn. Now, I can't get it in my barn. I said, hey, dude, it's 2026. I go, I said, do you have a mobile phone? So he shows his mobile phone. I said, on the iHeart app, just search 961 The Game, our flagship station. You get a little Bluetooth speaker, which I guarantee somebody in your family, unless you're Amish. Now, again, I didn't ask the guy, if he's Amish and has no electricity, then it might be a moot point. But I said, get a Bluetooth speaker, you can listen in your barn. He's like, oh, and then I meet the Fox family, where they're part Amish, where you live with electricity, but they had their buggies parked outside the garage bar in Ada. So in Austin used to work for you guys. Austin had one of those years where you could leave the Amish family and you could go live life, and he actually wrote for the Wolverine, and then he went back to an Amish school in Palama, Westphalia. So Austin and his family, I met them. They were incredible. The guy with the barn asked me what it's like to have electricity, and I'm like, it's 2026. It's time to leave the Amish.
They love you, man, and they always have. That's why I got to know a lot of these people in Westphalia. Obviously, Austin Fox worked for us, like you said, but they were listening to your show all the time, and our reach has expanded dramatically because of your show, and it's so appreciated, man. So it was really cool to see you holding court there and talking to all those people who were waiting to see you and meet you, and just a lot of fun, man. And I'll tell you, once that dude figures out how to hook up his phone to his CB, you're going to be even bigger in Westphalia.
Well, I did look, and I saw 7 people from Palama, Westphalia, and I'm thinking the entire town is getting robbed right now because nobody's left there. They're all at the garage for the Wolverine.com Q&A.
A lot of Michigan fans there, believe it or not, just north of Lansing, too. There's some state fans there, but there are a lot of Michigan fans in Westphalia, which is why I love it there. But it's a great town. I always say I'm going to have a second house there someday, so with electricity. But I love those people, man, and they love you. It's just a great group of people.
I couldn't believe how beautiful the women are. I guess Amish women, when you haven't driven through Wendy's or McDonald's 85,000 times in your life, you look better.
I've tried to tell you, it's a hidden gem, one of Michigan's hidden gems there.
Wow, the Plum of Westphalia, it's like Lake Westphalia is like a youth elixir. Chris has been drinking Lake Westphalia water, and he looks 20 years younger now. It's amazing.
I don't know about that, but I think it's in the beer. They get the...
Amish beer comes straight from the mule. It's really good, straight from that barn with no electricity.
From the spring behind the town, and I don't remember what the name of the river is, but we always joke about that. But we got to get up there, man, and do some...
We're gonna go up there. There'll be a show in Palama, Westphalia next football season, maybe a football kickoff show or something. We'll have that for sure. All right. I was listening to all the questions, and a lot of them obviously about Whittingham, his staff, what they're doing. We talked a lot about